Welcome to another Tableau tutorial video. This is the final video in the series dealing with these shaded concentric arcs. The other videos show you how to make the arcs and how to bring data points into the arcs. What I'm going to show you today is how to create this using your existing data set. So we're going to come to a new worksheet. I've already added the data. This is orders, basically the superstore data. And I converted this to a union. When you convert it to a union, you have this new field generated, table name. It's got orders. Now I will bring over arc data, which is basically has one column, just lists table, arc, the type, arc 1, arc 2, arc 3, and the path 1 to 102, 1 to 102, 1 to 102. I deal with what those mean and how to use them in previous videos. This is dealing with just how to link these two data sets. Come up here, using the full outer join, you're going to link the table name from orders and the table from this arc only data. And none of these items, the names do not match. And as a result, you are going to get all the orders, and then you're going to get everything in this arc only data. Let me show you. Maybe. So under table name, we have null, and then we have orders. And you can see here we have the 6 for the arc only table, and then the 990, 99, 94. So you say, well, if this says null, then that data must not be there. That's wrong. There's no match, and so it's just showing as null. It still adds it because it's a full outer join. It's not a left join, a right join, or inner join. It's full outer join, so everything gets added, and it just doesn't have a name. All right, so now we're going to come to this chart here. We're going to go through the same process we've done before. I've created the bins, path bins, going to drop that under rows, going to convert this to show missing values, and then convert this to polygon with the marks. Going to drop this on the path. Going to then grab the x-axis. Let me just see what I've done here. Can't remember what tweaks I made to it. Okay, no tweaks there. And I made a little bit of a tweak here, and I'll show you what that was, why that was here in a second. And then we bring the y-axis up here, convert these both to be compute using path bins. Path bins. And I'm going to drop the color, which is determined by the type. Now you can see the data points are, the arc is at 4, 6, and 8. And I'm going to bring the quantity to the x-axis, and then we're going to have the sales on the y, or the vertical axis. And we need to change these to dimensions. Looks a little weird. Come down here, going to change this to circle. And now what we need to do is we need to get these two in the same, these arcs and these data points in the same line or same column. And so that's where x-axis combined comes in. Remember, you've got x-axis here, so this needs to be x-axis. And it goes red, and that's because we don't have the path bins. The x-axis needs the path bins, and it feeds into the x-axis combined. So if we just bring the bins under path, and that should be compute using bins. Okay, great. Now we don't need this x-axis anymore, so we can pull that off. And actually we don't need this quantity anymore because we already have it included here, so we can pull that off. Now we've got the sales. We just need to convert the sales to a circle. And here's what the point I wanted to make is you see how if when we merge these two, if we were to do the dual axis and synchronize the axis, these colors are so small they wouldn't even register. So I'm going to take these values for the y-axis and multiply it by 1,000. And that's what you saw me remove earlier. And just on the vertical axis, these numbers still work. 4, 6, 8 still will show up here. It's now we'll have 4,000, 6,000, 8,000, which gives you a number which is actually going to show up. So now we're going to right click on the sales, dual axis, and synchronize axes. And then we come over here and you pull off the measure names. And you pull off the measure names. And now you've got a chart. You right click and you can hide this. Under show header, left click that, and turn that off. Hide the nulls. And now you have a chart. If for some reason you wanted these lines to come further up, you just multiply it by, instead of 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, whatever is right for your situation. So there you go. That's how you are able to combine the concepts we talked about earlier with a larger data set that can't be confined to a simple Excel file. I really hope you enjoyed this. It was fun to figure this out and build this for you. Please subscribe, leave comments, check out my Patreon account. Enjoy.